How's it going, guys? Cody back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, I wanted to drop these videos earlier. It's just struck midnight. It's like 5 past midnight now. I ended up going food shopping with my mum really late today. Just wanted to get all my stuff and all my scran and everything, because you've got the FA Cup weekend full of football. Then you've got the USEC Bellew fight, obviously tomorrow night, or should I say tonight, on Sky Sports box office. And then on Monday, my beloved Oldham Athletic playing Richmond, which is live on BT Sports. Anyway, moving on from that, guys, this is a story in the Daily Post. Headline reads, "Inhumane conditions faced by up to 400 North Wales prisoners at English prison." Up to 30% of the inmates at HMP Altcourse near Liverpool are from North Wales. It's not HMP, it's a private prison run by G4S. The medical waiting room at a prison where up to 350 North Wales men are held has been described as inhumane in a report. The Independent Monitoring Board, or the IMB, at HMP Altcourse in Liverpool have published their annual report into how the prison is run and the conditions at the institution. The report was compiled between June 2017 and June 2018 and published publicly today. HMP Altcourse is currently the designated prisons for all courts in North Wales, and around 30% of their prisoners come from the area, including murderer Jason Cooper. At the time of the reporting, there was an 8-week wait for vulnerable prisoners at risk of bullying, suicide or self-harm to see a GP. VP, vulnerable prisoners, who gives a shit if they're at risk of being bullied or suicide or self-harm? Because I don't give a shit. I care about the other prisoners in general population. IMB described the waiting time, as not acceptable, and also slammed the waiting room as not fit for purpose. However, prison chiefs at Altcourse have since replaced the waiting room and have alleviated the waiting times by hiring an additional doctor. The report read, "We do not consider an 8-week wait to see a GP as acceptable. Neither do we consider the conditions in the VP waiting room within healthcare to be humane." Who gives a shit about VPs? Fuck them. It continues, "The waiting room for vulnerable prisoners is not fit for purpose. It is airless, cramped, can only seat 4 prisoners, and there is no access to water, toilet or a buzzer to attract staff in an emergency. Prisoners often have to wait there for several hours." Who cares about VPs, man? If they're talking general population, then it's disgusting. But I don't really give 2 hoots, guys, for a VP. For those who don't know, VP, vulnerable prisoner, ordinarily, paedophiles, rapists, kiddie fiddlers, child murderers, but you can get like gang members and stuff like that on there that have gone on protection. Anyway, so the report did note that issues have been addressed partially and that there are now plans to rectify the situation. Further issues were raised about the bland and unappetizing food served at the prison, with broken kitchen equipment being given as a potential reason for the lack of quality and choice of menu. There is also a major cause for concern in the form of food shortages, with no reason being established as to why this is such a common occurrence. However, the report did find some positives and improvements from their last report. Despite the inhumane waiting times and conditions, the report says that seriously ill prisoners have received palliative care with compassion and professionalism. It reads, "The treatment of prisoners segregated in the care and separation unit and held on healthcare reflects a positive and humane attitude from staff at all levels. During this year, a number of seriously ill prisoners have received palliative care delivered with compassion and professionalism. There's been an overall reduction in violence and self-harm despite a spike when the prison became smoke-free in September 2017. It is believed new initiatives such as pets as therapy dogs, the enhanced use of prison mentors and the work of the safer and custody staff have all contributed to the downturn." What did HMP Altcourse say about the report? Let me guess, they've got all the answers for everything that's come up as usual. Since the report, HMP Altcourse say they've worked to fix some of the issues raised. Why are they not fixing them all? Why just some? They've recently hired an additional doctor in order to see more prisoners, and the waiting times have been reduced as a result. The waiting room has been taken down and a new one, which is now fit for purpose, has been introduced in its place. Director at HMP Altcourse, Steve Williams. Director, guys, is just a private prison's way of saying the governor. "We are proud of the many initiatives, programs and workshops in place to promote successful rehabilitation, and we're pleased to report a daily attendance rate of over 80% this year. These initiatives and activities help to maintain the safety of our establishment for everyone. We came to build on this success while addressing other areas for improvement, such as reducing verbal abuse between prisoners. This will not be tolerated in our prison. Anyone found doing so can expect to have their privileges removed. So we also continue to improve our ability to accommodate and provide for vulnerable prisoners to meet the increased numbers that are being sent to prison. The full report can be found here. So if you go onto the link, guys, and you click the report, if you go into the story, at the bottom of the story, as you scroll down, you can actually look at the report yourselves from the IMB. Don't really rate the IMB personally. They're supposed to be independent, guys, but they never are. You've got to remember, guys, when it's talking about like obviously like repairs and things being broken and a shortage of food and bland food and everything else, what you've got to look at, guys, this is a private prison. It's run as a business. Right, it's run as a business. What's the main aim? If you are in business, what is the main aim? Skrilla, change, coin, money, dough. Right. So what they do, that comes at the cost of a lot of things: security, prison officer numbers, obviously conditions, repairs within the prison, food, the quality of food. So shit rolls downhill. What I'm saying to you, shit rolls downhill, and prisoners are at the bottom of that hill. And it's all about profit margins and profit. So if they can get away with things being broken and save the money, then they'll do that, because the fat cat directors of G4S are laughing all the way to the bank, and you've got prisoners' families going to the morgue because their loved ones taking their own life in prison. Or self-harm. Do you know what I mean? It's a scary turn of events, guys. I'm not going to say much more on the video because I don't want to drag it out, and I'll just wrap it up, leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. Link in the description below like I always do. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.